Hey, sixth graders, welcome. We are here on chapter 5.2, and we're continuing on with ratios. Now, make sure that you have checked out some definitions that are in the notes. One is equivalent ratios. Two ratings that describe the same relationship are equivalent ratios. And you can find and organize equivalent ratios in a ratio table. So we learned a little bit about those in 5.1. So let's take a look at these. It says find the missing value in each ratio table, then write the equivalent ratios. Okay? So first, we want to just do this first part, find the missing values. And how do we do that? Some of you might see a pattern, 1, 2, blank, 3, blank, 9. Let's see. So you can use repeated addition with the original ratio to find the missing values. Repeated addition. That means for the pens, 1, 2, some of you probably already saw that that's plus 1, so plus 1 more would be 3. Okay? Pencils, 3, blank, 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3 would give you 9. So this one would be 6. And that's how you would use repeated addition to figure out the rest of the table. So the equivalent ratios are 1 to 3, right here, 2 to 6, and 3 to 9. Notice how 1/3, 2/6, and 3/9, if you were to turn those into fractions, are all equivalent. So remember if you had the answer 3/9, you would reduce it to 1/3. Okay? So you can use multiplication to find the missing values, sort of like when we reduce fractions. How do I do it with multiplication? So let's say you have this one up here, b. How do I figure out this blank number? Well, 4 times 2 is 8, because 6 times 2 is 12. I have to do the same thing on the bottom that I did with the top. So 6 times 2 is 12, so therefore I go times 2 here and I get 8. Well, how do I get from 12 to 36? Times 3, right? So times 3 times 3. So you can do it with multiplication or addition, but notice how if you do multiplication, it can change. The number that you multiply by can change. Okay? So make sure you're aware of that. Notice how from here it's times 6 times 6. So it's totally up to you on how you do it. This is with addition, this is with multiplication. Let's take a look at another one. So we have a couple charts here, so I want you to take these down, pause your video, and then watch the tutorial in just a second. So it says find the missing values and write equivalent ratios. So 1, 2, 3, pause. All right, now that you're back,
Find the missing
let's
values in
watch
the
the
ratio
tutorial.
table. Then write the equivalent ratios. Part A. You can use repeated addition with the original ratio to find the missing values. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. And 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So, the equivalent ratios are 2 to 5, 4 to 10, and 6 to 15. Part B. You can use multiplication to find the missing values. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 12 times 4 is equal to 48. And 9 times 4 is equal to 36. So, the equivalent ratios are 3 to 4, 9 to 12, and 36 to 48.
There you have it. So first you figured out that this was times 3, so you did the same thing on the bottom. Notice how, though, when you do multiplication, you do the same thing on the bottom that you do on the top, but when you do adding, you don't. So if you do plus 2 on the top, that does not mean you do plus 2 on the bottom. So you got to be careful about that difference. All right, try these two on your own. 1, 2, 3, pause. Did you really pause it? Okay. Now that you're back, let's take a look at the answers. So this should be, these are kind of weird the way they wrote it. 8 goes here, 9 goes here, because 4 plus 4 is 8, 3 plus 3 plus 3 more is 9. And then your ratios are here, 4 to 3, 8 to 6, and 12 to 9. And then here you have 8 and 40. So you did plus 5. Or sorry, 8 goes down here. Not here. This is plus 4. Or this is, they use multiplication on this one, sorry. Times 2 times 2. So you get 8 on the bottom here. And then what times 8 is 32, so times 4. So 10 times 4 would be 40. And so here are your ratios, 5 to 4, 10 to 8, and 40 to 32. I know that's quick, but you can pause the video and re-watch it anytime to make sure it makes